Oh my goodness. Well, this morning, I got up early, took the puppies out. Just daylight, the beautiful sun coming over the lake and the mountains, so that was lovely. But I came back and I see that they're talking about this Delphi murders of these two young girls, 13 and 14. Now, they've got some new information that they are releasing that they think it was perhaps a ritual murder, that the girls' bodies were posed. The one was posed naked. The other one had the other girl's clothing put on her. And then they had laid out and branches like antlers on the girl's head laid out there. And they're thinking that this was a ritualistic killing. So I pulled the cards to see what they had to say, and it's pretty spooky. So what I got going into it, there was about short-term luck and the timing of this, okay? The timing. So what we have in the center of it, we have the card of, usually this represents the past, but I think that in this case it represents their innocence. Okay, these were two young virginal girls, okay, 13, 14, and they were innocents in this. We had the struggle, okay, of an action, and then we had more than one involved in a celebratory thing. Emotionally wrapped up in this. Underneath of it, they were feeling pushed to the edge. And there was somebody there under the cover of night, somebody walking a dark path, and this fueled their desires. Okay, this is what they were pushing. Above it, this took place rapidly. And there was, okay, this darker deeds of death. So we have here, when I see these together, this was a darker happening. You know, you got them howling at the moon, something that is, and underneath of it we have the turned upside down, or the sacrifice. In this case would be the sacrifice of what? Blood, and the death, okay, to propel them forward. It was a overtaking of this girls, binding them, overtaking them for their victory. It is not looking good. So if we break this down into the categories, there are no pentacles about the daily happenings. So we go to the next, we go to the swords. And what we have for swords, or the mental realm, this was somebody that had overtaken them, the abuse, and again, they were constricted, tied up, constricted, overtaken by this person. Emotionally, we have that these were innocents. This was the dark path walked, and celebratory for some people with the spilling of this blood. Okay. Then we have the we had that too. This was the desire, what was being pushed. Okay. So next we have the actions. This took place rapidly. There was this struggle of being pushed to the edge. This was a way of going forward to a victory. Okay? So when you have somebody that's doing some sort of a sacrificial thing, and they're saying they think it was this Odin thing, and a lot of the white supremacists now in jail are practicing this Odinism, pagan rituals. Again, we have this dark night fueled, barking at the moon, darker elements of the death charging forward and their sacrifice. So, it is looking pretty. I think we're going to look at the sacrifice, and let's just look and see what else we can get from that. What can you tell me about the sacrifice? What can you tell me about the sacrifice? Going into it, we have their being blocked, their inability, to take it in. And we have this cup of emotionality, or the cup of abominations overflowing. We have a lot of this fueled things up in the air, fantasy, drama about their world, the world situation, what they were caught up with, this cult of offering, what was being offered with that. Above it, this was something that was worked on. And yes, it was about the timing, and the secrets, and blocked. I think that this was something that they carried mentally, unwilling to see in clarity their cup of abominations. Going into it, they were working on this. And these girls were, again, used and abused. The timing of this cup of abominations. Underneath of it, this was the offering. Keep lid on things. This is to maintain their power. I get this kind of uber right mentality. They are outside of the church. This was something that was being juggled, and this is the message, and they thought it would afford them long-term benefit. So all of these things in this last thing are all pentacles. So this is what they thought they would get in the world from this. So let's break this down. This was being worked on. This was planned. And I think they saw it and they took advantage of it. There's somebody in charge. We have this, mentality of this drama. They're outside of the church. This is being juggled. There was the message that this would bring them long-term benefit in the world. And that's what you get once they go into Satanism and all of this type of really dark stuff. They think they're going to get power in the world. Mentally, it's being blocked and going only into that dark side. So emotionally, we have all of this stuff up in the air, the fantasy that's being offered up about their overflowing cup of abominations. And this was the sacrifice. This was what was being offered up, okay, in this Pandora's box. We have the sacrifice and the secrets being held about the world and the karma, what's going to come out of it. Now, I think we want to look at the secrets. What are the secrets in this? What can you tell me about the secrets in this? This is really disturbing. So going into it, we have the choices made into these secrets. The challenge is the light. Okay? They don't like the light. And we had 3 major arcana. So this is a major driving thing about the choices to tie them up, to constrict, to restrict, to get this long-term benefit. Okay? And this was their idea, their ideation and message is about strength and this, again, this idea of Vikings and the drama into that thing about, in the dark path. They went this alternative way. We have, again, the card of karma and the star. The narcissist, or seeking something higher out of what? Their illusion is of victory by these dark methodologies. Oh, this is just giving me the creeps, okay? Of all this fantasy notions that they have in the air and the stuff that they are holding on to and juggling with this, with their being outside of Christianity and the church. Okay? So let's break this down. It's really creepy. They thought they would get long-term benefit. Okay? By holding on to this so-called knowledge they think they have and benefit in the world, worldly benefit holdings of juggling these things because they are what? Outside of church. There is the message, the strongman ideology and message, mental message about this constriction and sacrifice, etc. We have them emotionally walking this dark path into these fantasy realms of drama. And they thought this is going to secure a victory for them in their life. And underneath driving all of this, we have the hidden secrets about what? Being higher, narcissistic realm of drama, toxic, okay? With the choices they make that are going to secure the wheel, secure things, shedding light on the fact of this dark path of this, dark elements, okay, being chained by these things and thinking that they will get power in the world by doing this, elevating themselves and elevating their position in the world. And they sell out to these dark powers. For money, ego, pride, power. I can't get this type of mentality of somebody that would want to sacrifice 2 young little girls to gain something they think they're going to gain in the world. And it just shows their absolute ignorance to think that dark overcomes light and that they are actually going to benefit long term from this sacrificing of people to these dark powers. So that was really a creepy reading about this Delphi, latest turn of events in the Delphi murders. So I'm going to leave that here. We'll see you online.